Profitable farming with the new model of raising Coucals, the hidden goldmine in agriculture. 1. Introduction. Why Coucals? Have you ever imagined that a small bird, once thought to belong only to the wild, could actually become the golden key to transform an entire family's life? While countless farmers are still struggling with the exhausting cycle of bumper harvest, low prices, rising industrial feed costs, sudden outbreaks of disease, and unstable markets, a brand new opportunity is quietly spreading, bringing both stable income and profits far beyond expectations. For generations, traditional livestock such as pigs, chickens, and ducks have been tied to rural households. Yet in reality, many families fall deeper into hardship because of skyrocketing feed prices. While sales depend entirely on middlemen, some farmers spend the whole year raising animals, only to end up with a meager profit, or worse, outright losses. This endless cycle has left many discouraged, ready to abandon livestock farming altogether. But right here in Vietnam's countryside, a new star in livestock farming has emerged. A tiny bird with surprisingly high economic value, the Coucal, locally called chim chichko. Few would have guessed that this bird carried so many outstanding advantages. It is easy to raise, requires low initial capital, grows quickly, rarely suffers from diseases, and is highly sought after by the market. With the right approach, farmers can quickly multiply their flocks and build a sustainable source of income. Even more exciting, Coucal meat is known for its rich flavor and nutritional value. Restaurants and specialty eateries are racing to buy it at premium prices. Demand is skyrocketing, while supply is far from enough to meet it. This is the golden opportunity for those bold enough to step in, seize the chance, and carve out their own path to wealth. In today's full journey, we will explore the secrets of this new goldmine, called the Coucal, from understanding its origins and biology, to building housing, choosing the right farming model, care techniques, feeding strategies, disease prevention, and marketing solutions. Most importantly, we will share real-life success stories from farmers who have already changed their lives through this model. They are living proof that with the right techniques and persistence, anyone can grow from a small household operation into a large farm, and even beyond into cooperatives and exports. So, why exactly has the Coucal become such a smart, sustainable choice for farmers? What makes it low cost, low risk, yet so profitable? And how can you apply this model yourself, without worrying about unstable markets or middlemen? The answers are waiting just ahead. Stay tuned until the very end, because who knows? You may be the next farmer to change your family's future with this hidden goldmine. 2. Housing models and real success stories. When starting to raise Coucals, most farmers often wonder, what kind of housing do I need? Do I have to invest a lot of money? Which model actually works best? The good news is that Coucals don't require complicated or expensive housing systems. As long as the pens are properly arranged, airy, and kept clean, they can thrive and produce excellent results. The small household model. This is the most popular choice for beginners. With only 10 to 20 square meters of space, farmers can raise 50 to 100 Coucals. Pens can be built from bamboo, wood, chicken wire, or even recycled materials like bricks and old roofing sheets. The most important requirements are proper ventilation, protection from drafts and predators, perches and resting spots for the birds, easy to clean flooring. Many families simply convert a corner of their backyard or garden. This approach saves costs while remaining convenient for daily care. Even with this small-scale model, income can be stable thanks to fast breeding and quick turnover. Medium to large-scale farms. For those who want to invest more seriously and aim for long-term results, a larger farm setup is ideal. Pens are divided into different sections, with proper lighting, feeding systems, and separate zones for breeding, meat production, and hatchlings. This professional model allows farmers to raise hundreds to thousands of birds, supplying restaurants, markets, and traders consistently. By investing in semi-automated or fully automated feeding and watering systems, farmers can reduce labor costs and increase efficiency. Real-life story, Mr. Ho's success. One of the clearest proofs of this model's potential comes from Mr. Hoa, a farmer in central Vietnam. Starting with just 20 million Vietnamese dongs, $800, he built a simple 15 square meter pen and bought 80 chicks. Thanks to proper care, within only 6 months, his flock multiplied many times over. He sold Coucals both as meat to local restaurants and as chicks to neighboring farmers. In just half a year, his profit reached 60 to 70 million VND, $2.5003, a result far greater than what he ever earned from raising chickens or ducks. What's more, his success didn't come from luxury facilities, but from low-cost, clean, well-ventilated pens and consistent hygiene. He shared, "The housing doesn't need to be fancy. It just needs to be clean, airy, with natural sunlight and good airflow. That's enough to keep the birds healthy, disease-free, breeding well, and growing fast." This story proves that success with Coucals does not require huge capital. What matters most is technique, consistency, and cleanliness. Lessons for beginners. You don't need a large budget to start. Begin small, learn through practice, and expand as you gain experience. Many households have grown from just a few dozen birds to thousands within 2 to 3 years by following the slow and steady strategy. The safest and smartest approach: start small, learn, and scale up gradually. Coucals prove that with even the simplest pens, suitable for your actual conditions, you can turn your passion for farming into a stable and lasting source of income. More importantly, from small backyard setups, farmers can progress to full-scale farms, cooperatives, and even specialized industry groups in the future. 3. Why choose the Coucal? Low cost, low risk, high profit. Looking at the overall picture of today's livestock industry, it's easy to see the challenges farmers face. Raising chickens, ducks, or pigs has long been the backbone of rural life. But industrial feed costs keep rising, while disease outbreaks like African swine fever or avian influenza lurk at every corner. Markets are unstable, heavily dependent on traders, and often leave farmers with little or no profit. A single outbreak can wipe out months, or even years, of investment. Many farmers share the same painful experience. Despite working hard, their income barely covers costs, and sometimes they even fall into debt. The reality of traditional livestock. Pigs require large capital investment for housing and industrial feed. Growth takes 4 to 6 months, and disease risk is extremely high. Chickens and ducks. Feed costs account for over 70% of expenses. Sale prices fluctuate heavily by season. Even with good care, profit margins are slim. This explains why many farmers feel trapped in a cycle of uncertainty and losses. The Coucal advantage. In comparison, Coucals shine with clear benefits: natural resistance, strong immunity, less reliance on veterinary drugs, simple care, just clean, airy pens and affordable feed are enough for healthy growth. Quick turnover. While pigs take half a year, Coucals are market-ready in just over a month. Year-round reproduction. Continuous breeding creates constant cash flow. Strong market demand. Coucals are now a sought-after delicacy at restaurants and specialty eateries. Their meat is firm, flavorful, rich in protein yet low in fat, perfect for today's health-conscious consumers. Prices remain higher and more stable than those of chickens or ducks. As the demand for exotic, nutritious, and clean food grows, Coucals are securing a strong position in the market. Some large farms even report receiving bulk orders from processors and exporters, opening the door to international trade. Multiple income streams. Coucals are not just about meat. A smart farmer can create 4 streams of income. 1. Meat, sold fresh to restaurants and markets. 2. Eggs, consumed as food or sold for breeding. 3. Breeding stock, in high demand as more households adopt this model. 4. Organic fertilizer, nutrient-rich manure used in crops, closing the loop for circular farming. This diversified approach means farmers don't depend on a single source of income, reducing risk even when market conditions shift. The golden formula. In short, Coucal farming meets the 3 golden criteria for today's farmers. Low cost, requires minimal investment. Low risk, strong resistance and easy care. High profit, premium demand and multiple income streams. This is why Coucals are hailed as the hidden gold mine of modern agriculture. For struggling farmers or aspiring agri-entrepreneurs, this is not just a way to make ends meet, it's a sustainable path to prosperity. 4. The complete farming process, from A to Z. To truly turn Coucals into a sustainable gold mine, farmers need to master the entire farming process from start to finish. It's not overly complicated, but it does require patience, attention to detail, and consistent technique. Stage 1. Choosing the right stock, the foundation of success. Good breeding stock accounts for 50% of farming success. Select chicks that are active, bright-eyed, and quick in movement, with smooth feathers, no signs of illness or deformity. From reputable farms or experienced breeders with healthy parent stock. Right finger important tip. Learn to distinguish males and females early. Males. Smaller body, more active, loud calls. Females. Larger, quieter, rounder body. The ideal breeding ratio is 1 male to 3 females, ensuring high fertility and efficient reproduction. Stage 2. Brooding, caring for the newborns. Young chicks are like newborn babies, fragile and needing special care. Temperature: 30 to 32 degrees Celsius in the first 2 weeks. Then gradually reduce to 27 to 29 degrees Celsius. Humidity: 60 to 70%. Density: 20 to 25 chicks per square meter to avoid crowding and pecking. Feed: fine mash, cornmeal, soybean meal, combined with chopped greens. Water: clean and refreshed daily. Vitamin C can be added to boost resistance. After 3 to 4 weeks of proper care, chicks grow stronger and can be transitioned into either meat production or breeding. Stage 3. Meat production, fast growth. Steady income. This is the most profitable stage, as meat birds are in high demand. Housing: airy pens with natural light, kept clean and dry. Density: 10 to 12 birds per square meter. Feed: a mix of rice, corn, millet, greens, and some industrial feed for balance. Supplement: agricultural byproducts like leftover vegetables, young grass, or broken grains. Pushpin growth cycle: 35 to 45 days. Right pointing arrow market ready weight: 100-150 grams each. Farmers typically report profits even with 200 to 300 birds per batch, earning significant income every 2 months. Stage 4. Breeding, ensuring year-round supply. Coucal breeding is the key to continuous income. Maturity: around 3 months old. Housing: quiet, separate area with nesting spots. Egg production: 80 to 100 eggs per female per year. Nesting materials: straw, dried leaves, or corn husks placed in clean, elevated corners. During reproduction, hens need more nutrition, especially calcium and protein. Farmers often supplement with bone meal, crushed shells, and live insects like grasshoppers or mealworms. By managing reproduction properly, farmers can sell both breeding stock and meat simultaneously, ensuring steady revenue. Universal housing guidelines: no matter the stage, housing quality determines flock health and productivity. Temperature: stable, no drafts or overheating. Humidity: 60 to 70%. Not too damp. Light: natural light by day, gentle artificial light in evenings to extend activity. Density: balanced to avoid stress and disease. Cleanliness: pens cleaned daily, disinfected regularly to prevent pathogens. Feeding by growth stage: chicks, fine mash plus chopped greens. Meat birds: mix of grains, greens, byproducts, and some growth feed. Breeders: high protein diet with added minerals and vitamins. Clean water must always be available. Adding probiotics or vitamins regularly helps strengthen immunity. Modern automated models: large farms are beginning to adopt automated systems with climate control, automatic feeders, and drinkers. Benefits include year-round stable conditions, reduced labor costs, higher productivity, lower mortality, Although initial investment is higher, the long-term gains in efficiency, output, and stability make automation an ideal path for professional, large-scale farming. Pushpin. In short, the Coucal farming process is feasible for both small households and big farms. By following techniques carefully and managing scientifically, farmers can turn this little bird into a steady and sustainable source of profit. 5. Special care techniques, maximizing growth and breeding. If the farming process is the foundation, then special care techniques are the golden secrets that help farmers boost productivity, minimize losses, and turn a small flock into a steady money-making machine. These methods are drawn from real-life experiences, practical, effective, and easy to apply, accurately distinguishing males and females. One of the most critical factors at the start is sexing Coucals correctly. Mistakes here lead to unbalanced flocks and poor reproduction. Males: slim body, shiny feathers, very active, loud calls. Females: larger body, calmer temperament, fewer calls, softer feathers. Right finger pro tip: observe the belly and vent area. Females have a softer, broader belly, while males are narrower and firmer. With practice, farmers can identify with nearly 100% accuracy. When do Coucals begin breeding? Coucals mature quickly, at about 3 months old. Hens begin laying eggs regularly if cared for well. Signs that a hen is about to lay: belly swelling, vent area loosening, collecting straw or dry leaves to build a nest, eating more than usual to store nutrients. By noticing these behaviors, farmers can prepare ready-made nests to reduce stress and boost egg productivity. Effective nest building: simple, affordable materials. Nests don't need to be fancy, but they must feel safe and comfortable. Best materials: dry straw, palm leaves, corn husks, dried banana leaves. Place nests 20 to 30 centimeters above the ground, in quiet corners with protection from wind and rain. Adding a few green leaves nearby can stimulate natural nesting instincts. Selecting the best breeding stock. High-quality breeding stock is the key to long-term success. Ideal traits include: from healthy, disease-free parent flocks. Males: agile, bright-eyed, strong legs. Females: soft belly, glossy feathers, consistent laying. Right finger: avoid cheap, unverified chicks from street markets. They often carry hidden diseases and lead to high losses later. Keeping Coucals breeding year-round. Though Coucals can reproduce year-round, farmers can maximize output with these techniques. Nutrition: supplement calcium, protein, and live feed like insects, grasshoppers, crickets, worms. Quiet environment: minimize noise and stress during laying. Lighting: use natural daylight. Extend activity with 2 to 3 hours of gentle artificial light at night. Selective breeding: keep only high-performing hens and strong males, cull weak or unproductive birds. With these methods, many farmers report hens laying 7 to 10 eggs per month consistently, ensuring fast growth and low mortality. Losses eat into profits. To minimize them, avoid overcrowding. Stress and disease spread faster in tight spaces. Maintain hygiene. Clean pens daily. Disinfect with lime or safe solutions. Clean water. Refresh 1 to 2 times daily, especially in hot weather. Supplements: add vitamins or probiotics weekly to strengthen immunity. Regular monitoring: immediately isolate weak or sick birds. With strict care, mortality can be reduced to just 2 to 3%, compared to 10 to 15% in chickens or ducks. The bottom line: special care is the key to consistent success. By applying these methods, farmers ensure that their flocks grow fast, reproduce steadily, and stay healthy. This not only secures a stable supply for the market but also maximizes profits. It's no surprise that more and more farmers across Vietnam are turning to Coucals as a profitable and sustainable livestock option. 6. Feeding for profit, low cost. High efficiency. Feed is always the most important factor in livestock farming. It can account for up to 70% of total costs in raising chickens, ducks, or pigs. This is exactly why many farmers face difficulties. Feed prices rise daily. while market prices for meat fluctuate unpredictably. The biggest advantage of Coucals is that they are not picky eaters and can thrive on low cost, natural feed sources available right on the farm. By optimizing feeding strategies, farmers can both cut costs and raise healthier, tastier birds, something the market values highly. Coucal's natural diet. In the wild, Coucals eat a diverse diet of grains, and small insects. Farmers can easily recreate this natural menu with cheap, locally available ingredients. Grains: broken rice, corn, millet, sorghum, greens, water spinach, sweet potato vines, banana stems, and various wild grasses. Farm byproducts: rice bran, cassava residue, vegetable scraps. Protein sources: snails, earthworms, grasshoppers, or mealworms. This flexible diet makes Coucals extremely affordable to raise compared to industrially fed poultry. Homemade feed, saving 30 to 40% of costs. Many experienced farmers mix their own feed instead of relying on factory feed. Sample homemade formula: 50% broken rice or cornmeal, 20% rice bran, 20% chopped greens, water spinach, banana stem, sweet potato vines, 10% protein, worms, insects, snails, or soybean meal. This blend not only reduces costs but also ensures Coucals produce firm, flavorful meat, highly valued by restaurants and consumers. Feeding by growth stage. To maximize efficiency, adjust feed according to each stage. Chicks, 0 to 4 weeks, fine mash, ground corn. Soybean meal, plus chopped greens. Add vitamins in water. Meat birds, 1–1.5 months. More grains and greens for fast growth. Supplement with protein sources like insects. Breeding stock, 3+ months, higher protein and calcium for strong reproduction. Supplement with crushed shells, bone meal, and extra greens. Right finger important. Always provide fresh, clean water. Coucals are very sensitive to contaminated water, which can cause disease outbreaks. Reducing feed costs with farm integration. Coucals can be integrated into other farming systems, creating a circular, zero-waste model. Use vegetable scraps from gardens. Collect snails and worms from rice fields or ponds. Grow fast-growing greens like water spinach or sweet potato vines specifically for feed. Combine Coucal farming with fish ponds. Leftover feed can be used by both. This integration helps reduce feed costs dramatically while keeping the system sustainable. The market advantage: taste matters. One of the reasons Coucals fetch higher prices is their unique taste. Birds raised on natural, homemade feed produce meat that is firm, fragrant, and naturally sweet, rich in protein but lower in fat, free from chemical residues found in industrially fed livestock. Consumers, especially restaurants, are willing to pay premium prices for this quality. This gives Coucal farmers a clear competitive edge over traditional poultry. The bottom line: feeding Coucals is not just about saving money, it's about creating a product the market loves. By using cheap, natural feed sources and smart integration, farmers can reduce costs by up to 40% while producing clean, delicious meat. This is a win-win. Farmers profit more, and consumers get healthier food. 7. Real-life success stories. Farmers who changed their lives with Coucals. Nothing proves the effectiveness of a farming model better than the real-life stories of farmers who have applied it successfully. Across Vietnam, many households have already turned to Coucals and achieved results far beyond their expectations. Story 1: From debt to stability. Mr. Tan in the Mekong Delta. Mr. Tan was once heavily in debt after repeated losses from raising pigs. Disease outbreaks and fluctuating pork prices had left his family on the edge of giving up farming altogether. With just 15 million Vietnamese dongs, $600, he decided to try raising 100 Coucals. At first, it was an experiment, but the results shocked him. After only 40 days, he sold his first batch of Coucals for both meat and breeding. Within 1 year, his flock grew to more than 1.000 birds. Within 3 years, he reached a scale of over 2.000 Coucals. earning a stable profit of hundreds of millions of dong annually. Not only did he clear his debts, but he also created jobs for several local workers. He shared, "Coucals saved my life. They don't get sick easily. They grow fast, and the market pays well. With pigs, I was always afraid of losing everything overnight. With Coucals, I feel secure. Even if prices fluctuate, I still make profit." Story 2: A young farmer's breakthrough. Ms. Lan in Dong Nai. Ms. Lan, a 27-year-old graduate, wanted to return home and build a farming career, but she had little capital. Instead of chickens or ducks, she invested in 50 Coucals. She focused on raising them cleanly, using natural feed from her garden. The meat was so tasty that restaurants placed repeat orders. Within 2 years, her flock grew to 800 birds. She signed contracts with 3 local restaurants. She expanded into breeding stock sales, which proved even more profitable than meat. She proudly said, "With Coucals, I built my own future. While my friends are still looking for jobs in the city, I am already financially independent." Story 3: Scaling up to success. Mr. Tu in Nagian. Mr. Tu started small with just 70 birds. But his goal was always to scale up. He reinvested his profits into building larger pens and buying equipment. After 5 years, he owns a farm of over 5,000 Coucals. Supplies hundreds of kilograms of meat monthly to specialty restaurants. His farm became a local supplier of breeding stock, selling thousands of chicks each year. His annual profit now exceeds 1 billion Vietnamese dongs, $40.000. He explained, "This bird is a true gold mine. The more you invest, the more stable and profitable it becomes. The key is keeping hygiene, feeding them naturally, and building trust with buyers." Lessons from these stories: start small, grow big. Each farmer began with fewer than 100 birds. Low risk. None reported major disease outbreaks like those seen with pigs or chickens. High market demand. All expanded thanks to strong, consistent demand from restaurants and local markets. Scalable. With persistence, farms can grow from backyard scale to thousands of birds. These success stories prove that Coucals are not just a theory, they are a real, life-changing opportunity for farmers. 8. Disease prevention. Keeping flocks healthy and profitable. Although Coucals are naturally hardy and far more resistant to disease than chickens or ducks, prevention is always the golden rule in farming. Prevention is better than cure. By maintaining good hygiene and care, farmers can avoid losses and keep their flocks healthy year-round. Common threats to watch for. Coucal flocks rarely face mass outbreaks, but poor management can still lead to problems. Respiratory issues due to damp, drafty housing, digestive problems from contaminated feed or water, parasites like mites or worms if pens are not cleaned regularly. Right finger the good news. With proper prevention, these issues are rare and easily controlled. Golden rules for prevention. 1. Clean, dry housing. Remove waste daily. Spread lime powder or use safe disinfectants. Ensure pens are dry and not flooded during rainy season. 2. Balanced density. Do not overcrowd pens. Stress weakens immunity and increases disease risk. For meat birds, 10 to 12 per square meter. For breeders, 5 to 7 per square meter for comfort and productivity. 3. Clean feed and water. Change water 1 to 2 times daily. Avoid moldy feed or vegetable scraps that have gone bad. 4. Isolate the sick immediately. Separate weak or abnormal birds into quarantine pens. Observe closely and apply simple remedies. 5. Vaccination and supplements. Coucals generally need fewer vaccines than chickens. Farmers can add vitamins, ACE, and probiotics weekly. Garlic or ginger extracts and water are traditional remedies that help boost immunity. Traditional and low-cost remedies. Many farmers successfully use natural herbal methods to prevent common issues. Garlic juice in drinking water supports digestion and immunity. Ginger decoction warms the body in cold weather, preventing respiratory problems. Neem leaves, where available, used as a natural antiparasitic. These methods keep costs low and avoid excessive reliance on antibiotics. Case example: Mrs. Hong in Hanoi suburbs. Mrs. Hong raised chickens for years but constantly fought diseases. After switching to Coucals, she was amazed. Very few health problems occurred. Mortality dropped to under 3%. With clean housing and garlic water once a week, she avoided the expenses of constant medications. Her simple rule: keep it clean, keep it dry, and nature will take care of the rest. The bottom line: Coucals are naturally resilient, but no animal is completely immune. Simple prevention methods are enough to keep flocks healthy. A clean environment plus balanced density plus natural supplements equals healthy birds. Steady profits. By focusing on prevention instead of cure, farmers protect their investment and ensure every bird contributes to income. 9. Harvesting and marketing, turning birds into profit. The final and most important step in the Coucal farming process is turning the flock into cash flow. Proper harvesting and smart marketing strategies ensure farmers not only sell easily but also secure the best possible prices. Blank_blank. Harvesting meat birds. Ideal age: 35 to 45 days. At this stage, birds weigh around 100–150 grams, perfect size for specialty restaurants. Meat quality: firm, fragrant, low in fat, high in protein. Market price: typically higher than chickens or ducks of similar size due to its uniqueness. Right finger pro tip: do not wait too long. Older Coucals grow slower, eat more, and their meat becomes tougher. Harvesting at the right time ensures maximum profit. Selling breeding stock. In addition to meat, selling chicks or breeding pairs is highly profitable, especially as demand grows. 3 to 4 months old, best for breeding stock sales. Market demand. Farmers eager to start this model often pay premium prices for quality chicks. Ongoing opportunity. Every batch of chicks can generate both meat sales and breeding stock revenue simultaneously. Sales channels. Successful farmers don't just rely on one outlet, they diversify sales channels. 1. Restaurants and specialty eateries. The primary buyers, willing to pay top prices for Coucal meat. Building trust with chefs ensures repeat orders. 2. Local markets. Steady outlet for smaller quantities. Useful for selling surplus birds quickly. 3. Breeding sales. Supplying other households is a growing market. Networking among farmers spreads opportunities. 4. Online sales. Facebook, Zalo, Telegram, and even TikTok are now powerful marketing tools. Photos, videos, and testimonials boost credibility. 5. Cooperatives and exporters. In the future, as production grows, cooperatives may form to supply exporters. This opens access to international markets. Building a brand, the farmer's advantage. Today's consumers don't just buy food, they buy trust. Farmers who build a name for themselves gain loyal customers and higher prices. Tips for branding. Share videos and photos of clean housing and natural feeding methods. Be transparent about your process, consumers value honesty. Use attractive packaging and labeling for breeding stock or processed meat. Highlight the uniqueness: naturally raised, clean, nutritious, and rare. Case example: Mr. Bin's branding success. Mr. Bin in central Vietnam not only sold Coucals to restaurants but also built his brand online. Posted weekly videos of his farm on Facebook and YouTube. Shared tips on raising Coucals. Building trust with followers. Within a year, his Coucals were sold out even before harvest. His income doubled because buyers trusted his quality and were willing to pay more. The bottom line: harvesting and marketing are where effort becomes income. Farmers who master not only raising Coucals but also selling them smartly will achieve the best results. Harvest on time for quality. Diversify sales channels. Build a trustworthy brand. With these strategies, Coucals become not just birds in the pen, but a steady and growing source of profit. 10. Conclusion and call to action. A path to prosperity. Looking back at the entire journey, it's clear, the Coucal is not just a bird. It's a golden opportunity for farmers to break free from traditional struggles and build a sustainable, profitable future. Key takeaways. The 3 golden points. 1. Low capital investment. Anyone can start. even with just a few million VND, a few $100s. 2. High profit margins, meat, eggs, breeding stock, and even manure provide multiple income streams. 3. Easy to scale, from a backyard flock to a full-scale farm, cooperative, or even export business. This makes Coucals one of the most practical and promising livestock models for the modern age. A sustainable future. Traditional livestock farming has left many farmers exhausted and discouraged. But the Coucal offers a new way forward. Less disease, less stress, lower costs, less dependency on industrial feed, greater demand, better prices. This is why Coucals are being called the hidden gold mine of agriculture. Words of inspiration. Every great success starts with a small, daring step. Don't wait for the perfect time or huge capital. Start now, even with a small flock. If you are a young person looking for a new path, this could be your breakthrough. If you are a farmer tired of losses from pigs, chickens, or ducks, this could be your turning point. If you want financial independence, Coucals can be your foundation. As many successful farmers have proven, even the smallest model, if managed with persistence and care, can change a family's life. Call to action. Join the movement. If this video inspired you, don't let the idea remain just a dream. Take action now. Start small, learn, and grow step by step. Build a clean, sustainable model that benefits both your family and your community. Share your journey so more farmers can discover this opportunity. Right finger and don't forget to subscribe to Farmer's Ally, your trusted companion in discovering profitable farming models worldwide. By subscribing, you'll never miss the next big idea in agriculture. Together, we can build a future where farmers thrive, communities prosper, and sustainable models become the new standard. Finally, please share this video with friends, family, and fellow farmers. Your click today may be the light that guides another household to success. Final message. This is the era of smart, sustainable farming, and the Coucal is leading the way. Don't wait for change. Be the change. Start your journey today with Farmer's Ally.